Okay, welcome to another video. This is just the most basic type of repair. What we're gonna do here, we're gonna replace the motherboard. That's pretty much the only thing we're gonna do. So this computer had some water damage. It's very possible that some of the keys might not work, but it's not gonna be shown in this repair how it's supposed to be done. The computer itself had some liquid spill directly on the board. The board got damaged, main power components got fried. So we're going to take that motherboard and we're going to fix that some other time. So what we're going to do now, we're going to put another board in there. First you got to take off this stupid case. Okay, so the bottom was always removed originally. There are no screws. There's the motherboard. This is the replacement one we're going to be putting in. This is pretty much the easiest thing that you can do. You need a T-screwdriver. Remove all the screws. Screw here. On this side, right next to the LEDs connector. On top of the board. Corners. There are 3 screws holding the fan. These screws are slightly longer than the other ones, so you might want to keep them on the side if you don't remember where was what. The fan, just unplug it here. So basically what we need to do is pull out the LEDs connector, unplug Wi-Fi, CD drive, hard drive, trackpad, keyboard, and keyboard backlight. Here the speaker assembly and the camera. So we're going to pull this out. One thing that you should do, make sure you remove this little bracket, because under this bracket there is a microphone which is connected to the bottom of the board. If you pull it, you will rip off the microphone. Slide it out, and there we go. So you just gotta unplug this cable here. That cable is the power, and that's pretty much it. That's how you remove the board. I'm gonna take out the RAM, and we're gonna pull out the speaker. Just check which board this was. Okay. The speaker is glued to the board. You can just pull it up and unplug the microphone and the speaker. They're kind of connected together. So this is the first thing we're gonna put on the new board. Right where it was. We're gonna plug in speaker connector first. Don't forget this. That means you will not have the left speaker sound, and the microphone, so that the microphone can work if you're using FaceTime or Skype or any other application. There you go. You can put the RAM back in. RAM goes in under 45 degrees. Snaps right there. Another one, same thing. Okay, so first thing we're going to do right now is plug in the power cable because it's under. Bend it a little bit and plug it in. Right there. That's pretty much it. So the cable goes behind this little screw holder bracket, whatever it is. Hold the cable like that with your finger and push the board under 45 degrees down. Make sure you pull out the cables around it, like here, the battery sensor, the battery cable itself. Be careful with some of these cables. They're flex cables, very thin, very easy to damage. Make sure that the speaker underneath the board is laying in there perfectly where it's supposed to, in his own spot. so that you can actually put the board down, put the microphone back where it was, pull out all the cables so that you can plug them back in. Okay, good thing that this came up. There is a little metal shield around the network connector. You can take that off. Sometimes it will bend and connect directly to the DC board. If that happens, you will not be able to turn on your computer. It will short out the whole computer. That doesn't mean that you didn't do something correctly. It means just that the thing came out and shorting out the whole board. Again, make sure that the speaker is in the proper place. It won't let you press down on the board if it's not. Okay, make sure that the DC board cable is away from any screw holes you will need to use. You don't want to put a screw through the cable. That's not going to be good as well. You can put this bracket back on. You can start screwing the screws back in. Yeah, this is the most basic repair. I'm doing this video just for people who just want to take the board out, maybe send it to the repair, maybe clean it out from the dust, or replace it with another board. It's not really important whatever you want to do when you take it out. It's very easy to do and very easy to put back in. When you're putting everything back in, make sure you plug the cables where they were before, so that everything works. If you're replacing the board or you just opened it up to clean it. These computers have a pretty bad cooling design. The air that fan is blowing, taking in, is coming in, pulling all the dust, but it doesn't really have a hole where it's throwing it out. So most of the dust stays on the actual board and under the board. That means that every once in a while your computer might need a cleaning. Get a can of compressed air, spray in the back of the hinge cover. They will blow out some of the dust. Open up the bottom, blow out the fan while the computer is off. Or even take the motherboard out, clean it from the other side with the canned air, because basically what can happen is that if the computer overheats one too many times, your graphics chip can die, especially on Apple computers. Apple machines are known with that issue. Some other stuff can happen, like sometimes even the RAM modules will overheat, won't work properly. And that's pretty much it. Replace the board. There's nothing to it. It's a very quick thing to do. You close it. I'm not exactly sure if this computer has some battery. No, the battery is empty. But my main thing was to show you how to replace the motherboard in one of these computers. Okay, see you in the next one.